My name is Michael McCarthy. I'm the Managing Director of Priority Drilling. We're based in Ireland and we have operations in the British Isles and Scandinavia. We specialise in very deep hole drilling, both on surface and underground, and a lot of geotechnical installations. Priority drilling traditionally used to be very much paper-based, where our operatives out in the field would have to fill out timesheets, and they would have to be gathered up by our foremen, our supervisors, or alternatively posted in. All our guys are paid on a weekly basis, and generally the timesheets didn't get filled out for the previous week until the Monday, with a view to getting them sent in on the Tuesday so that they'd be processed through payroll. We had numerous problems there where guys were even calling in hours without filling out timesheets. And we had a lot of inconsistencies. Guys tended to average out the meters they drilled in a week and didn't necessarily record all the materials or activities that they did on site. There was quite an amount of stuff that never got invoiced to the client or was overlooked altogether that would have been critical information to our clients. You know, guys mightn't have recorded water loss because they didn't remember it when they were filling out the timesheets later on. Invoicing was our biggest issue. We tended to be very slow gathering up the data, processing that and turning it into a draft invoice, and then getting approval from the client, and then turning that draft into a final invoice and issuing it to the client. Sometimes it could knock us back for months, and it was very labour intensive and exhausting, and tended to lead to an awful lot of errors as well, an awful lot of information incorrectly gathered or not even invoiced for on the timesheets. With Crux, it was immediate. The guys filled out the timesheets online through their phones or iPads at the end of the day or during the drilling day. They were uploaded at the end of the shift, and the information was there for me to see, our office-based staff to see immediately, which basically meant that we were on top of activities straight away. So if there was issues or problems, we could see it immediately. And then from the client's perspective, they were getting pretty much instantaneous data. We came to an arrangement with Crux there where we allowed the client to view the timesheets before we fully authorised them, but on the understanding that we could go and amend them. The way in which the information, the data is presented, I could easily run a billing report at any stage in the month, could see what was happening. I might even see that what the guys were missing because the format was so uniform, and I'd know myself what was happening on the jobs. So you could capture those items that might have otherwise been overlooked on a paper-based system, and it meant that we could stay on top of things instantaneously. Like, the most important thing is to get the invoice out and get paid for, rather than to spend months pulling it together, still not having it accurate, but not having had the cash flow. It also allows us to determine products that we're using, and we can base a lot of our purchases on uses, which was always a problem as well. So less of the gut feel and more of raw data to process that information.